Well, we're here at Mark Hill, and we're marking the achievement, a huge achievement by Scottish Power Renewables of 1,000 megawatts of renewable power. So between the opening here of Mark Hill and Ayrshire, which is over in that direction, just over there, you can just about see it in the horizon, that gets them to their 1,000 megawatt. That's a tremendous achievement for the company, but of course a tremendous step forward for Scotland as a country.
Well, it's taken us 15 years to achieve this milestone. We started off with 3 or 4 people. We've now got a department of 200 people. We've invested over £1 billion. It's taken a long time, but what we're now going to do is build another 1,000 megawatts in the next 4 or 5 years and employ probably 400 or 500 people. What we'll be doing is more onshore projects, but we're also investing very heavily in offshore wind, in wave and tidal renewable projects as well, because that will all be part of the important mix of achieving the country's targets and also achieving our targets.
We intend to drive forward as a government to make sure that we generate 100% of our consumption of electricity from renewables by 2020. It's a big target. We'll be one of the very, very few countries in the world who are doing that, but we think it's achievable. We know we've got the resource of wind, wave, tidal power to do it. We know it's an environmental imperative. We know it's important for mobilising the resources of Scotland to provide the energy of Scotland. But I also think it's vital for consumers. I mean, just last week we saw fossil fuel prices go up, gas prices go up by 19%, electricity prices by 9%. And that puts about £200 on the bill of an average consumer. These things here cost maybe £15, £20 extra on the bill of an average consumer to build them. But once they're built, guess what? The wind comes for free. The fuel price is constant. You're not subject to these hijinks prices that we've seen over the last week in terms of fossil fuel increases. So this is the long term for energy security, yes. For environmental concerns, yes, but for consumers, this is the way to go. Let's get Scotland's renewable resources, our wave, our wind, our tide, our rain. Let's make sure that powers the country in the future.